Welcome back to the USF Oracle Sports Podcast. My name is Mithil Vyas, the sports editor. Today I'm joined by not Toby Blair, but Keelin Fitzgerald, correspondent.
Hey!
First time on the podcast.
I know, this is odd. I don't know how I feel about the headphones, but it's okay.
Just the headphones?
Just the headphones, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, today we have a little bit of a shorter podcast. Obviously, we're missing a few people. No one to help out back here, but I've got it. I've got the stuff down, and no Toby. Unfortunately, he's MIA with some stuff.
Got hit by the plague.
The plague that's going around. To all you USF students, stay safe. It's going around, but
I've already gotten it. Sorry. I've already gotten the plague. Oh,
anyways,
you're next.
not me. Hopefully, but.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about the basketball game yesterday. Women's basketball beat Charlotte in overtime yesterday, 66-60. It was a little bit of a long-winded battle, if I had to say myself, as someone who was not there.
Oh,
but
yeah.
you were there.
It was quite long. It took a while. Yeah, they were just battling it out the entire first half. It was just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for a very long time. And we were predicted to win, so it was kind of rough to watch. We went into the second half, I believe.
You got to restart it.
Ugh, I hate you. Why?
Because you said
Oh,
we.
wait. Damn it. Okay. I can't. It's okay. I need this anyways.
Okay, go.
Wait. I don't have anything. Give me a second.
Okay.
I'm confused. Oh, yeah, I can't say we. I don't like that. Okay.
You have to say them
Them.
or they,
They.
the Bulls, USF,
This is too much work.
I guess. It's like the same thing as writing a story.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, the game was very, very long. They were just back and forth for an entire first half. I believe they went into the second half winning, if I can remember correctly.
Yeah, it was 30-28 going into the second half.
Yes, but before that, Fatu went down with an ankle injury, which was very odd. They were very aggressive the entire time. It was just fouls and fouls and fouls, even though I know the stats don't reflect it, but a lot of them were overturned. But the clock also wasn't working, which is in part due to the refs, but it's okay. Their calls were not the best.
Interesting. We're obviously unbiased reporters here. We don't do anything with the refs or such unless it's kind of obvious. But to say the least, the game definitely had multiple fouls. Obviously, Lauren Putu almost fouled out. I think she had 4 fouls. Eden Battle, I know you were talking about it a little bit in your story yesterday. Go check that out, usforacle.com. Some self-promo there. That's how we like it. But I know you were talking about it yesterday in the Gamer. Eden Battle, she was kind of like the only offensive player, and then they took her out for an entire quarter?
Yeah, they took her out for all the third quarter. Still not exactly sure why. But the second that she got put back in, she made a 3. She was back in there as much as I think any of the players could have been. I think that was the turning point for that last quarter, because the second they put her back in, it was like there was just a shift on the court. It was really interesting to see. Carla immediately just sprung back in. I think they all work a lot better when Eden's on the court. Maybe that's just personal, but I think she does a lot. She went from having 10 points to 21 within a matter of minutes when they threw her back in. And then, yeah, obviously in overtime, she put her best foot forward, which is, what you always want to see. And if I remember correctly, I think somebody had asked and said the second they put her back in, she made 6 points within minutes.
Wow.
But yeah, she definitely she battles for that ball. She does what she does.
I see what you did there, because her last name is Battle.
I know, it's really cool.
Yeah, but that's what we do here at the Oracle. We're all about puns and whatnot and fun things. But obviously going into overtime, I know you talked about Carla Brito kind of tying it up there with a quick game-tying drive to make it, 53-53? Tell me a little bit about that as someone who wasn't there, because I obviously have no clue what happened, but you kind of you drew it out as it was kind of interesting, and she worked her way down and then made it.
Yeah, it was actually, I don't think anybody saw it coming, but from what she was saying, she said that it was either make that ball or she was just backing off. But she went in with expectations of getting it up there, and that's what she did. She went straight in. It was a very quick drive. I don't think the other team expected it. It was literally, I think there were 2.9 seconds left on that clock, and she went straight for it. It was actually pretty cool to see. But I mean, it was really impressive. Alongside Laura's 500th career rebound.
Wow, there we go.
Which is also on video, which I thought was pretty cool. It was like awesome. It was very empty at a lot of these big points. The court was just empty, almost like they knew it was gonna happen and they just gave way for it. But Laura went straight in and yeah, she got it. 500th is insane.
That is a lot to think about. 500 rebounds is a lot to think about. I think she's been here for 4 years now. So, I mean, good on her for staying here all that time.
Yeah.
You can fact check me if I'm wrong.
I'm looking now.
She's not a graduate, right? She might be a graduate.
I don't think so.
I feel like she's been here the entire time at South Florida.
Yeah, I feel like she might have been. This connection in this freaking thing is ridiculous.
There we go.
Give me a second, guys.
We're all good here. You just showed it to nothing. You showed
I'm trying to get connection.
Oh, yeah, you can see your phone on the camera there.
Oh, yeah, she's a grad student.
Oh, okay, grad student. So fifth
Oh, no,
year.
she's...
Fourth year?
Wait,
We know our stuff here.
I know what I'm talking about. No, she came here in the 2023 to 24 season
She
after
transferred?
playing at Eastern Florida.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes, she was named the NJCAA Division I All-American second team. Apparently, she was added to that.
Interesting.
So I don't know.
I had no clue. Sorry for those Lauren Putu fans and Lauren Putu herself. Obviously we've talked a few times. I know her name means gold. If you didn't know that.
No, I didn't.
So I do know some things. I know stuff. I do stuff. But one other thing I kind of wanted to ask you. You've obviously covered women's basketball a ton here for us at the Oracle. What have you kind of seen improve throughout the season, or maybe something that you are still questioning as an unbiased reporter?
The defense has gotten a lot better, I have to say. I think when Coach Woods Baxter puts in her consistent players, there's a shift on the court. Like when Carla Brito and Stephanie Ingram were playing together, it is literally a tornado. They just move as one person. It's really interesting to see. Same thing with Eden. She doesn't need another person out there. She is just her own person. And I think they definitely balance out the defense a lot more than one would. I think I know Woods Baxter even accredited a lot of their efforts to their defense. They've improved significantly since the beginning of season. Especially their personal fouls have gone down quite a bit. At the beginning of season, I think they had like 20-something. Like first game, it was 20-something. They couldn't get it down, but they've definitely moved off of that, which is really good. They've learned to channel that aggressiveness into something else that is, you can definitely see it in the way they move. But they're not single players. They play as a team, which I think says a lot considering Jose Fernandez left. But they've showed their best effort. I think that Duke game says a lot about how the team was shifting. I mean, again, they were predicted to lose, but they went in there and they absolutely dominated. And watching them is such a privilege because those girls, they know what they want and they go in there and they get it, especially because so many of these students are grad students or transfers and this is their first year playing, but they've put in such an effort. Like Stephanie Ingram, I think, is definitely going to leave her mark, especially alongside Carla Brito. Same thing with Battle. She does what she does best, and she's consistent. Her stats are always consistent. And she said last night she's not very confident in her three-pointers, but when she does shoot, she always makes them. She's very, very good about that because she knows when to follow through and she knows when to back off. And I think that's pretty cool to see out there. But no, those girls have definitely improved. The players have gotten better significantly. I know the records don't always show it, but when they play, they definitely learn how to fix that on the court. Even some of their freshmen have improved significantly and shown some good improvement.
My fault.
It's okay. And a lot of them, like Woods Baxter, will put them out there and give them their shot to play. I am pretty sure Lana, like one of her games, she went out there. It was like her first time actually on the court, and she made that first shot. And those girls, they love each other so very much, and I think that's the difference. Is there's no need to show off or to be the best. They want to see the best for each other, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's always good to have that kind of camaraderie. Something that we see with the women's team, but we're also seeing with the men's team. A little segue there for you listeners. But yeah, the men's team, kind of similar on their defensive path. At the start of the season, not too great, kind of letting anyone go by. Obviously, I know you haven't covered as much for men's, but from what I've seen personally, the men's team, they still need to fix some things defensively, especially when the other team is getting an offensive rebound. Wow, the Bulls cannot get it to save their life. I mean, I think not against FAU, the one before Wichita State. Yikes. They got out-rebounded like 20-10 or something. It was pretty bad. And especially when you have Isaiah Nelson, the American Conference Player of the Week, actually, this week, and Damian Collins, I want to say 4-star transfer from LSU, which is two great big mans that can really make a difference on the court. But it seems like Isaiah Nelson has kind of taken that front runner spot. But men's basketball, they play tonight, Wednesday, which is when we're recording this, at Tulane at 9 p.m. For those of you that may or may not watch it, but you already know the score by the time this comes out. So there is that for men's basketball. Nothing much else going on with spring sports at the moment. Obviously, baseball and softball. We will be talking to them later today, Wednesday, and our stories will be coming out sometime next week when the seasons are getting closer to start. I think baseball starts on the 11th. No, it starts on a Friday, which I forgot, and softball starts the week before on the 8th. You know, these dates could be completely wrong, but I'm going to check my calendar right here. Let's see. So I think they start on the 6th for softball, Friday, or actually I think they play on Thursday, so they would start on the 5th of Feb.
Oh, okay.
So February 5th, pretty sure, softball, and they will go until the 8th, and it'll be invitational. I think the Rawlings Invitational, if I'm not wrong. And then baseball will start the next week on the 13th. So I was right about that.
Yes.
13th through 15th, they'll play Illinois for their first series. Mitch Hanna's his second season. Ken Erickson in his 26th season. So good on him, Ken Erickson, for staying here for a while. Obviously, he's coached, I want to say, the Olympic team.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, and he's definitely an acclaimed coach, and it's good to see. And Kathy Garcia Soto is returning, which I didn't think she would, but she also plays for the Puerto Rican national team alongside the coach. I forgot her name. Something Rivera. Excuse me. But we'll figure it out next time for the podcast when we have more information, more to talk about baseball, softball, which we'll be talking to them today. And you guys can see our stories at usforacle.com. Another two sports that are also starting soon is lacrosse, their second inaugural season with Mindy McCord. Very nice lady. She's a very, very nice lady. Everyone enjoys talking to her at the Oracle. I think she enjoys talking to us. I hope she does. And if you're watching this podcast, thank you for all that you do to help us students do our job and help you get the word about your players and team out there. And then another one I know you talked to in their first season ever is beach volleyball.
Yes.
Go ahead. Tell me a little bit about that.
I'm trying to get the roster up right now, actually. So
Well,
I can tell you a little bit more about them.
From what you went to the press conference with them on Tuesday.
Yeah, so they had an open practice on Monday. And so I got to talk to their head coach, Pri Piandosi Lima. I'm really sorry if I got that wrong, my dear. Um, but I got to talk to her a little bit about her team. Um, and watching them practice is insane. I mean, she's got them out there like routine. And I definitely don't know that any other beach volleyball team would have that same structure. And a lot of those players said the exact same thing. Um, and like there are so many players that came from out of the country, like just to play for her, which I think says a lot about her character and about the team that they are starting to build. Um, Josie Seck, she's a graduate that she played for TCU for her entire 4-year career. And when I was talking to her, she said that she wanted to try something new and she has a lot of faith in this program. And I think that's really cool to see that there are people that are literally relocating just to play and start out this first inaugural season, which I think is really cool. She is also, I think, from Canada, so she's also not from the States.
Oh, interesting.
And one of her counterparts, Sasha Pazlowski, is also from Canada. Very sweet. These girls are tall. They're tall. They have so much power in their arms. But they honestly train like the military. They're out there. They have all of these giant setups. They have their giant groups. There's, I think, 19 girls on the team, so it's uneven. For those of you who don't know how beach volleyball works, they have pairs. So the fact that there's one that's not there, it's a little bit harder for them to set up. But they made it work. They're very, very good, very, very structured. They have a solid team out there to help assist and like set up. And watching them, they just fire it out. They were spending a lot of their time focusing on moving as a unit, like hitting, setting, all of that stuff. It was really cool to see. And also, one of their players, she's a graduate student, Addison Bounds, who is the CEO and founder of her own company that I think will be out very, very soon. So it was really cool to see the type of players that the school is producing. I mean, they are founding their own companies while also playing. Like, and they are out there every single day, rain or shine. I mean, it was pouring out when I went on Monday.
Yeah, that's rough.
It was cold. It was cold and rainy, and they're walking around barefoot in the sand, which is not fun at all. I was in shoes, and I was not having a grand old time. But they go out there and they do that. They have their time. They lift in the morning, and then they get on a bus, and they do gratitude on the bus, which was very interesting to hear about.
Tell me a little bit more about such gratitude. What do you mean by that?
So from what I gathered is they'll spend their time talking about the things that they're thankful for. They'll talk about the things that, they want to improve on the team, the things that, they're excited for. Just kind of a good way to segue from this like heavy lifting to, some team bonding, because it's about a 15-minute drive out there. So there's 19 girls plus their extra staff being shipped off 15 minutes out. But the Bulls, like, they make the most of it. But they spend this time just, basically being kind to each other and getting to learn. They've been together, I think, since August is what Coach said. But, I mean, they've taken advantage of that time. They spend so much time together talking to each other, getting to know each other, even though there are a couple grad students, but this team is very, very young. There's a significant amount of freshmen and sophomores, so they have time to kind of build this community up and move it through. This program is going to be really cool to see. They will start playing February 20th to 21st, I believe. I think they play Tulane.
Starting in conference play.
I think so. If I remember correctly, I'll make sure that I'm actually right about that.
We're factual here at the Oracle, as I stressed throughout this episode.
Yeah, I know they play February 20th to the 21st.
Yeah, I'm sure of that too, because we have our season preview coming out the 16th, that Monday, which Keelin will be writing. So go check it out, USF Oracle.
Yes,
Mark your calendar for it.
Yes, I am so super excited. And Coach Pri was also saying that you guys should definitely come out to the home games. They'll be at Clearwater Beach. There's going to be giveaways. There's going to be all kinds of stuff, DJs. Yes, I was right. They played Tulane February 20th. It is away.
There we go. Away.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, away.
Yeah, they do that. Isn't that crazy?
I don't know why I thought for some reason. Well, I don't know what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but then they also will be back in the state but not home to play FSU February 27th.